Okay, in this video I'm going to go over how to set up a user-defined computed vector API. So the first thing, I just want to go over the API a bit. Let me open up the script here. And when Femap runs a user-defined computed vector API, it sends a command to run the script, and it also tacks on an argument in there to say the current set ID, the current output set ID that it's operating on. So in this script, the script will go through and calculate a sine von Mises, and in it I have a function called phi result set, which basically gets the arguments that are being passed in when running this script, and it looks for the dash set argument, and then steps one over, which will have the output set ID that it's currently being operated on. So we return this into a variable that holds my output set ID, again, the one that's being operated on, and I use this to basically do my other, or call my other methods from the typical results browsing object. So you'll see something like add column v2 with my OS ID, that being the output set ID, again, that's being operated on. One last thing is I say my sine von Mises vector ID is going to be in the next empty ID of the user-defined region, which is 24 million. So let me go ahead and close this so we can see that it's being run from the user-defined computed vector API and not from the API window. And I'll do model output computed vectors. In the user-defined tab, I'm going to create an API script and go ahead and define that one. Let's title this sine von Mises. And here I'm just going to set auto. Basically, this specifies that my API is going to be, again, creating this in the next empty user-defined vector region. So it's just to kind of denote that. So let's go ahead and pick my script here, the BAS file. And then last thing is I'm going to check that this is auto run when importing an OP2 or when after solving an Astran run, which again imports an OP2 file. So we can hit OK there, and I already have a static analysis set created, so I'm just going to go ahead and run this. And this takes but a second to run. Go ahead and hide my analysis monitor. And if I switch over to the post-processing tab and show some results, you can see that I have my sine von Mises vector created in the user vector regions, user-defined vector regions. So you can see if I look at the window, the legend, there's some negative values and positive values in here. And one last thing I'll do is just kind of compare these results to see that it's just a sign being flipped. So I'll do list output results to Excel. And then I'm going to select both my von Mises that's being calculated and then also my sine von Mises that's being created from the user-defined computed vector output API. And I'll select all elements here. This is going to kick off Excel. Let's go ahead and expand this. Kind of run through a couple of these so you can see these are the same. And these are also the same with the sign flipped and so on. So that's a quick overview of creating a user-defined computed vector API.